Hey, Facebook, YouTube, Car Domain. It's your boy Lil Roger one more time, and I got some questions I need to ask a couple of people about the Oldsmobile that I'm currently working on. Been having small issues with it, not really a lot, but then again, I'm not really working, so I don't have a real steady source of income to prepare and do the car like I want to, so I'm just taking my time. But I have some questions for some of those that know how to, they know how to do car repair. I am an up-and-coming auto mechanic myself. I am going to school for it, but at the same time, to fix these cars up, it takes a little bit more than just some know-how. So this is my Oldsmobile. It's a 1984 Cutlass Calais. Most people say, oh, it's not a Calais, it has to be a Supreme because the Calais didn't make body styles in the G body. Well, it is a Cutlass Calais. You can see that. Interior is okay. I still got some work that I need to do. Center console's completely busted up. Everything else on the car is working fine. Got a set of aftermarket gauges in there because, of course, some of these on the dash panel don't work. One of the constant problems I'm having with this car is burning up transmissions every 6 months. It's a little bright. You probably won't be able to see. But the car is burning transmissions up every 6 months, and I don't know why. I've been having a car since I was 16. I'm 20 now. So for the past 4 or 5 years now, the car has just really been, transmissions have been going out on it, and I've just constantly had to replace them. Right now, I have a 350 turbo in the car right now that come out of a 70s or a 60s model truck. A lot of people tell me to match the transmission up that came with the car. Everything on the car as far as parts are original. Motor runs, car runs fine. I just constantly have a problem with the transmissions and things of that matter. The car is an 84, and it's just small things I need to do. Now I do have a lot of rust. There's a good one right there. Got some body damage going on here on the door. Not real bad. I am missing my trim pieces. I peeled them off because I was getting ready to prime the car myself, but money was an issue, so didn't get to do it there. Car did have a rag top on it. I peeled it off. Wind caught up under it and it started to flap, so I peeled it on off and paint came with it. But don't get me wrong, the car runs very good for how it looks. AC works, compressor works, all the lights. The car is running a factory 305. It's really good on gas. For a year, I drove it back and forth to Waco, to school, to TSTC, and the car got me there and back safely. Didn't really have no major problems with it. I rebuilt the carburetor probably 2 years ago. It needs to be replaced now, but the car is running with the carburetor that's on it. Alternator was replaced not too long ago. My amp wire. But the car is kind of losing a charge. I can start it, let it run for a little bit, and then as soon as I cut the car off and walk away from it, about a day later, the battery will be dead again. Radio will work, but the car won't turn. It's not pushing enough amps to turn the car over. Radiator's fine. But like I said, money is right now an issue for me with this car. But it's not getting on my nerves to the point where I want to sell it. But I really do want to make some kind of leeway on it. Oh yes, it does have the factory sunroof in it. Most people tell me that the car they didn't come factory with the sunroofs, but this one did. And if you don't believe me, there's the button. It had the chrome trim on it, but it came off because at the time I was running too much too much bass through it, so it kind of just started to fall out. Negligent. Being young, that's what you get. Since the rag top has been peeled off, it's leaving all of my seals on the back window open and exposed. The sunroof is leaking small drips of water inside of the car. When I was in school at TSTC, I guess somebody got it in their head to try to break into the trunk to get my speakers out of it. And they didn't get into the trunk, but they did succeed in busting my keyhole open. They punched it and tried to pry the trunk open, and it left it off track. So not only is the trunk off track, water seeps into it, so I keep it in the garage to keep my amps from frying, which I really shouldn't be worried about. I should be worried about more of getting the car running for good than putting music in it, but you know, that's what I wanted to do at that age, so I did it. This thing here is loose. This needs to go back on. And since the transmission come out of a truck, the kickdown wire is not compatible with the carburetor that's on the car. So the kickdown wire is just kind of laying loosely. But I have made the proper steps to keep it shifting. I would try to start it, but I'm pretty sure the battery's dead. So I don't know how far I would get trying to do that, besides showing you how good it clicks when you try to turn it over. I do have the Flowmaster exhaust system. I'm not sure what series they are. When I bought the car, they already had those on there. Got a busted tail light, but it still works. What more dual for you? And I want to put 22-inch IROCs on here, but before I do that, I want to at least get the suspension right. I drove the car to San Antonio from Waco, and I had quite a bit of people with me. And when everybody got out of the car was supposed to readjust back to its factory height. It never did. Right now I'm running just a little set of Ultras that look like center lines. They're not bleached. The alloy is just this camera flash is on. They are alloy. These also, I bought these with the car. You know, those were fine for me. I just didn't want the factory hubcaps. I don't like hubcaps. Close that back. All the chrome on the car is in good condition. This one needs to be redone here a little bit. The window has a little play. I can stick my finger in there. I don't like that. Knowing most Jeep bodies, they are notorious for these windows being as wobbly are because of the fact they don't have the door frames like regular cars do. Close that back up. And so now I'm driving my 97 Accord. I don't know if you all can see it, but go out here to that. This is my Accord. Door's locked. But I am running two CVR kicker speakers with the Hyphonics Zeus amp. The Oldsmobile currently has 2 kicker comps and running a 1,000-watt Explode cheap amp, but for this type of car and the driving that I do in it, that's pretty good for me. It sounds pretty good. I want to see if I can get that to go. And I will keep you guys posted, I should say, on the work that I'm going to do later on. Appreciate it.